Hey besties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lovely and this is the art of learning and unlearning. Have you ever noticed that when God speaks, he rarely gives you the full blueprint? He'll drop a dream, a moment, a glimpse, just enough to steer your spirit, especially for me, but not quite enough to draw a straight line from here to there. As a kid, I used to ask, God, why? Why all the random visits? Why get me all excited just to leave me hanging? Only to find out years later that the dream wasn't dead, it was just delayed. And it wasn't on him, it was on me because obedience has a timeline too. Now, I'm speaking more of a timeline of growth. So, speaking of timelines and growth, let me tell you what recently rocked mine. A close friend once told me, "You talk too much." Now, pause. Who, me? I was low key offended and high key confused because I never really shared any of my personal stuff. At least not things that I consider personal that would come back later to hurt me or anything. I gave people the highlight reel, the funny stories, the surface level chatters, not the intimate, soul level kind of sharing. So I brushed it off until months later, another friend said the same thing. Then a third. And now, as you know what they say. Once is a moment, twice is a coincidence, three times, that's confirmation. So I did something I never done before. I listened. And what I realized was I wasn't oversharing the deep stuff, I was floodlighting. Just spewing information, filling in silence, rambling to avoid being seen. Sharing just to sound connected, not to actually connect. Some of the conversations recycled, some of the details irrelevant, some not even mine to share, but I shared it anyway. Why? Because if I control the narrative, if I kept the conversation shallow, then I get to keep myself safe. No vulnerability, no ammo, no risk. But here's the truth, that's not protection, that's performance. I thought I was being transparent. In reality, I was just being noisy. Okay, there goes Zion and Zeus participating. They normally stay pretty quiet when I'm recording, but today they're excited. They want to say something, okay? And so sometimes when people ask questions, it doesn't mean you have to answer. You are allowed to say, "That's not my story to tell." You are allowed to protect peace without explaining everything. I was treating silence like a void that I had to fill. But now I see it as sacred. Silence is where God speaks and where wisdom settles in. So here's what I'm learning, and maybe it will help you too. Not every moment needs a monologue. Not every friend need full access or a full access pass to your life. Not every detail deserves a spotlight. Some things are for your journals, not the group chat. Some stories are still healing, and healing happens better in private, especially for me. So, next time someone offers feedback that stings, pause, don't react, ask, is this true? Because sometimes criticism is just truth dressed in uncomfortable clothing. Stay grounded, stay gracious, and remember, just make sure what you do say is worth hearing. So, besties, clock in, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below with topics you would love for us to explore together. Let's build a space where insight meets souls, healing, and growth becomes our lifestyle. Let's elevate together. And remember, if no one told you this today, I love you.